What is happening, everyone? Brian Mello here again over at Marty's Chevrolet in Bourne, Massachusetts, and I'm pretty excited because today we are going to take a look at this 2021 Chevrolet Suburban High Country. Now, this thing is pretty well loaded out, and in fact, for the first time in any of my 2021 big boy GM SUV videos, we're going to be able to take a look at the adaptive air suspension matched up with magnetic ride control and all that with the new independent rear suspension. I mean, this thing should drive like an absolute dream. But I don't want to jump too far ahead. I want to keep this business as usual. So, as with most of my videos, we're going to do a quick walk around the outside of this thing, show you some of the features there, and then we'll jump inside and go over what goes on inside as well. So let's get right into this thing. First things first, here's a look at your key fob. Of course, you've got your lock, you've got your unlock, remote start, lift and lower the lift gate, and your panic button. Nice little form factor. Keep in your pocket is keyless entry, so you should really never have to take the key out unless, of course, you want to use one of those functions. Up front, we've got our LED blade headlights with LED day running lights. In fact, I'll fire this thing up. I'm also going to address it because you know I always have to. You're going to see the LED lights flicker. That's just the way the camera picks them up. They're not actually flickering in real life. LED lights flicker at a really high rate of speed that the human eye can't pick up. However, things like this camera here do. So that's what you're seeing there. I'm going to shut it down. Now, also up front, if we look down low, you can see you've got your front parking sensors. Those little dots there. We've got the High Country grille. You can see we've got High Country written right there. We've also got these, it's almost like a bronze inserts in the grille. Looks really good. And if you take a peek underneath our bow tie, you can see the front camera for the HD surround vision camera system, which of course we'll go over once I get inside. As we go around, we get a peek at our 22-inch wheels, and these are 275/50 22 Bridgestone tires. Really nice ride. It's quiet. I did drive this thing around a little bit earlier, and traction, not an issue. Ride quality, not an issue. Road noise, things like that, no issue either. You can see up on the fender, we've got our High Country badging. Suburban is down low on the door. And our side mirrors, of course, have marker indicators integrated. And then hopefully you can see that, but that is just another one of the cameras for the HD surround vision camera system. Now, we are recording this video in 4K, so if you're watching this on a PC, you should be able to pause and look at kind of everything that is on this window sticker. However, for those that are watching on mobile, I'm gonna go over just a couple of things really quickly. So you can see right here, the standard vehicle price is $75,300. You can see here we added the High Country Deluxe package. You get everything that it adds in. I won't go over everything, but you got the power panoramic sunroof, adaptive cruise control, enhanced emergency braking. You have the retractable steps, retractable perimeter lighting, air ride, enhanced radiator, blind zone alerts, hitch guidance, blah, 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 blah. Brings you to a total of $83,045. Now, this is equipped with the 6.2-liter V8 and the 10-speed automatic transmission. And if we look here, you can see combined fuel economy 16, highway 19. Really not too bad considering the size of this thing. In fact, I'm going to back up, give you a side profile of it. It is not a small SUV by any margins. And I'm going to unlock it and show you all the power steps. See them drop down there. And they sit incredibly flush. I know kind of some of the previous power steps on the GM SUVs were kind of a little bit cumbersome. There's also an LED light bar that is running across. I know it's a little tough to see and it's daytime right now, so I don't know if it's even gonna light up. But there's an LED light bar that runs the entire length as well of the power side step. So when you're getting in and out, it makes life just that much easier. As we go around the back, you can see our new back end design. We've got our quad exhaust system. Trailer tow package is of course all set up. It's hidden right away underneath that little hitch cover there, which I'm glad the bottom of the bumper is black because that hitch cover kind of just blends in really, really well. Above that, you can see you've got your parking sensors, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yet another camera for our HD surround vision camera system. And your rear wiper actually hides right underneath the LED third brake light. Great looking SUV. I'm gonna pop the back using just the key fob. inside. As far as storage goes, if you need to put luggage or dogs or kids or whatever the case may be, Christmas presents, right? The holidays are coming. Storage should be no issue at all inside this thing. And in fact, if you just need a little bit more, you can drop the seats nice and easy. Just like that. You can also drop one of those captain's chairs, give us even more room. And that gives you, I mean, you have enough room here you can fit the whole neighborhood in the back of this thing. Now, one thing to note, you can't lift the captain's chairs back up with the power, but you can do the third row with power. You also have your full AC outlet back here, and you do have some tie downs, so in case you have some like valuable cargo, you want to make sure that's hidden, or maybe you're just hiding the presents from the kids, you can do that. Just use these hooks. They actually make I don't even know what it's like a bar that goes across here. It's got the netting, so you can use that if you're one of those people that like that type of thing. One touch on the back, that's going to lower the lift gate. Now, I will say before I give you all a peek in the back seat, something that is a little weird is that the only thing that this looks like it doesn't have is the rear entertainment. A little odd. I don't know why we did that, but, you know, hey, maybe somebody doesn't want the rear entertainment. You can see you've got that mocha brown interior with the wood grain and aluminum. You've got black down low. Really, really nice. I love this interior. I know some people it seems like with the High Country, people either love the interior or they hate the interior. There's really no in between. Once again, you can see a little bit new design on the seats. You've got this black and white piping. We've got white stitching. Perforated leather in the back. It is heated. I will give you a peek once we get up front. You get your big panoramic moonroof. We just have that sealed right now with the sunshade. Your rear climate controls. You got 2 USB-C ports back here. We've got another power outlet, and of course your rear climate controls. But let's jump up front because I'm sure that's what everyone wants to see. Also, like showing this off, that High Country door sill. It's all little stuff. It looks just really good. All right, let's go up front and show you all what you've probably mostly been waiting for. All right. Now, I'm going to go through this. Let me just get this thing out of demo mode. All right. Now I'm going to go through this kind of quickly. Of course, at the end, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, want to know more or less, whatever the case may be, please do not hesitate to leave a comment down below. I'll be happy to try and answer any questions. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I miss things. So with all that said, let's get right into this thing. So on the left side, we've got our memory seat buttons. We have our power windows, power mirror controls, and our door locks. One thing I always like to make sure everybody knows, this little button here is going to fold in your mirrors. You have cameras integrated in your mirrors, and you have markers and everything else. These things are expensive. If you're going to park in the city or somewhere where people may not be so careful, make sure that you fold those mirrors in and you know, keep those things safe. On the left side of the steering wheel, we've got our power parking brake. We've got lane departure warning, parking sensors on or off, auto start and stop, turn on or off. You can turn on or off your power outlets, hill descent control, traction control on or off. And then over here, we've got our heads-up display controls. Now, you do have a 15-inch, and yes, I said that right, 15-inch heads-up display. You can see me, I'm adjusting it. You can lift it, you can lower it, make sure you put it wherever it is that works best for you and your visibility. One thing that's really cool, you can see right now what we're looking at is the approach angle. There's our speed. That's a forward collision alert, our navigation, you know, your audio system, things like that. I know you're seeing it flicker. Once again, it's just LEDs, how it works in the camera. I am going to turn that off just so it's not distracting while we go through the rest of these systems, but that's your 15-inch heads-up display. Below that, you have your four-wheel drive controls, your headlight controls, and then your trailer brake controller. Now, I want to address, because this does have the adaptive air suspension with magnetic ride control. Now, if you want to adjust your air suspension, you hit this button right here, and you're going to see it brings up your ground clearance selector. And then you're simply going to twist this knob. No, you're simply going to twist this knob and select whichever ground level clearance that you want. Now, if you wanted to go to maximum height, you would need to be in 4 low. It's basically kind of made for off-roading. And when this vehicle is on the highway and you get up to speed, it'll actually lower itself down. You have 4 inches of adjustable suspension in this thing. It'll actually lower the vehicle down to give you increased fuel economy and aerodynamics, which is pretty cool. And you know what? Why don't I show you really quickly? So we are in, right now, we are in increased ground clearance mode, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit that button, and I'm going to bring this thing all the way down to entry ground clearance mode. And you can see it is dropping the vehicle down. Now, we'll raise this thing back up in just a second. I'm going to back up. So you can get a look there. Now let's go back in. I'm going to hit that button and go to increase ground clearance. And up she goes. Really, really cool system. Not sure how easy it is to see in the video, it going up or down. But if you take a look, like watch right here on this this hood line, where I'm standing, you can't see the Chevy bow tie. We'll drop it down one more time. You hear those bags dumping now? There we go, down she goes. Really cool system. All right, so now that we got that kind of out of the way, right here on your steering wheel, you have your forward collision alert, your heated steering wheel, and your cruise controls. On the right side, we've got our Bluetooth hands-free controls, and that's this little toggle will go through kind of like the different information right here on your gauge cluster. You can see we're almost out of gas. Air filters, brake pad lights, things like that. Your audio, your navigation, Bluetooth hands-free. You can also customize this to however you want if you go over to settings. But I won't go through all that right now. It's just kind of a look at your steering wheel, what it all looks like. Now, right side of the steering wheel, you can see we've got our gear selector, so no more shifting this thing into gear, no more shifts in the middle. Depending on what vehicle you've been driving, just foot on the brake, pick your button, and you're in the gear. Now, we've got a 10.2-inch full-color touch display, AM, FM, XM, satellite radio, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You've got your HD surround vision camera system. I can show you here. Let's turn on our overhead view. So you can see we've got our overhead view, and we're looking at the back. There's a back view. I got a front view, overhead front, overhead back, curb hunter mirrors, or curb hunter camera, sorry, so that if you're putting this thing up close to a curb in the city, once again, make sure you're not scratching up on 22s. And here's your trailer hitch cam. You've also got the see-through camera for your trailer. If you have a trailer hooked up, you can put a camera on the back of the trailer. Actually, it'll be like you're looking through the trailer. Really cool system there. So if you do a lot of towing, this thing's awesome. Obviously, your MyLink and your your My Chevrolet system, you can log into here. You can do your OnStar, your apps, your climate control system can all be utilized here. But if you're anything like me, I am very happy that I still have normal analog climate control settings below this system. Here's a look at what your navigation screen looks like. Really, really good system. Everything's very intuitive. Of course, if you put in an address or something, it's going to drop down. Behind you, let's do food, restaurants. Let's go here. Please proceed to the highlighted road. So really, really nice system. Route guidance is now finished. Okay. Below that, you've got your analog climate controls. I call them analog because, I mean, technically they're digital, but this is the old way and the touchscreen would be the new way. Heated and air-conditioned seats, rear climate controls. You've got a USB-C, I don't know if you guys can see that, USB-C, a USB port, a SD card slot. We've got another power outlet right here. And then here is your wireless charging dock for your phone. So all you have to do is set your phone here and it will start charging up without you having to do anything. It'll also, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wireless now, so no wires. So just grab your phone, sit it down, it'll connect, and off you go. I don't know, for those who were driving one of the previous gens, the power pad was here. Thankfully, after customer feedback where you hit the brake and the thing go flying forwards or backwards into the back seat, they changed that, so that's nice. Inside here is your console, little storage tray. You can see I got my GoPro in there, so just another place to keep some junk. Here's a better look at your seats and your door. You can see that mocha interior with the wood grain and aluminum surround. High country-esque. Above us, let's take a look, shall we? Let's switch button here. There we go. Too many buttons. Open up our sunshade. Let's open up our power slide roof. Get a little fresh air. You've also got your programmable garage door openers, your LED interior lighting. You can fold the seats from up here. And last but not least, you have our full HD rear backup mirror. So this is what you normally would see. You'd be trying to look through the kids, look through the seats, look through the window, where now you can just leave it here and you get a nice, clear HD view of what's behind you, and that is fully adjustable. So if you wanted to get a little brighter or a little darker, depending on your preference, or zoom in or zoom out, I like it zoomed out as far as I can, so I have the widest field of view. You can do that as well. You've also got, for the first time, I'll show you all this because this is kind of neat. I always forget to show this. You do have the power sliding center console now. So, got a little hidden storage compartment right here. And all I'm doing is there's just this button overhead right here. If I press that, it adjusts. So, like I said, this thing's got pretty much every option and all the new stuff, with the exception of the rear entertainment. Kind of odd, I don't know why we didn't order with that. Sunglasses holder, felt lined. Thank you, by the way, for one of my subscribers who was like, the felt lined cubby is for sunglasses because it's no longer overhead, so that makes sense. So high country on the headrest. And yeah, I think that's about it. Like I said, any questions, concerns, comments, you want to know anything more about this thing, by all means, don't feel bad to drop a comment down below. I appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you all for all the support on the channel over the last couple of weeks. I truly appreciate it. It means a lot. If this video helped you at all, so the LEDs are nice and staying on right now. So if this video helped you at all, please consider liking, subscribing, hit that bell notification. I've got some cool videos coming up, including the Tahoe High Country, so you probably don't want to miss that. We've got the terrain. We've got the Yukon Denali, Yukon AT4 videos, the Suburban RST. Make sure you check those out on my channel as well. And I will see you all on the next video. I am out of here. Take care.